all seen the prototype on WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, good. So it's
And
not
now I understand.
so I open it. It's something to stick in a junk journal or in your handbag. But this one, as I open it up, the first thing is if I put it back together correctly, I've been playing with it all morning. Words are like, gracious words are like sweetness to the soul, and a honeycomb and sweetness to the soul. Blah, 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 but you get the gist. I've undone it and put it back wrong. But you're meant to read the verse as it comes out. Now,
Can you hold it up a bit more? We can't. Well, I can't see it. Oh, that's
I
better.
can't.
that's it there, and then there's verses.
Oh,
back.
right.
So when you fold it up, let me fold it up correctly. So you open it up, and it says, I'll tell you what, I'll put the camera down here and it's easier. Okay. So as I open it up, it says what it is. Proverbs 16:24. So lots of bees in it. And then the first word is, gracious words are like a honeycomb. Some Bibles say honeycomb, some Bibles say honey. Because I had a honeycomb stamp, it had honeycomb, whatever version that was. And then more bees.
Wow.
Sweetness to the soul and health to the body. And then and then it opens right up. It's just a little silly something to put in a junk journal. But I thought I'd make another one today, and I thought I would use not the same verse. Be strong, as I said in my WhatsApp, and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And wherever the word "be" comes in, I'm going to stick a "B" in, a Buffy bee, because this is what I've got. We've shared these around, all these napkins. So I'm sure you've got napkins with bees on. You should have, because we have been sharing them around. And then I went into the market in Carmarthen and bought some fat quarters with bees on, and I've cut those out, and I fussy cut a beehive, and then I've got some of these little bee motifs which you stick. Oh, they did have two. I've got one now. The other one must be. And I've also got a lot of bee stamps. So we start, right. So you should have cut, and this is what they should have looked like once you cut them out. With a tab. So if you could put tape on your tabs or glue, whatever you want. So, and we won't join them together until we get going. And then you should have one just blank one for the middle. We should have, Heather, one just blank one for the middle. Yeah, there it is. Which is just a plain hexagon. And as Trixie said in her WhatsApp thing, this was the best thing to use, I found. And if you didn't have one of these, you could. That's why I sent you the printout, or if you couldn't print it out, how to get them by drawing a circle. Right. So put your tape on your tabs. Now, once you've put your tape on, if you can bend back your tabs both ways, so you get a good crease. And if you've got a bone folder or your nail, run it along. So, and that's why I suggested card in some. I thought, because of it's going to have a lot of wear. Paper won't, last the. Now, once you've got all these, take your tape off. And if you can just give, like we had with the boxes, we had to give it a little bit of leeway at the top to get the lid on. Just a smidgen,
I've lost
smidgen of a leeway at the bottom, just a smidgen, so that they don't hit each other. But make sure you can get it so that, I found yesterday when I was making them, can you see what I'm doing? I found it was easier if I put it on the bottom like that, and then brought this one over to hit it. There. Okay, so very carefully, I want you to go all the way round and do that with your and you find it's better if you get the tabs one side, just one side, because they tend to bend better, but very gently. But what I found, if you put the tabs like that underneath, when you come to decorate it, it's easier if they come in, you build your box up with the tabs underneath, okay? Also, in your tabs, I should have said, if you just take a little bit in, there we are, just cut like here, I'm just going to shaper it, just a little bit like that. Shape the edge, see? So you continue the, you see what I've done there? This light is, so you should end up with a large like patchwork quilt.
No, mine's enormous.
Well, you can write more on it than me then.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
3, 4.
Now you want to educate it to go into the circle, into the hexagon.
Right.
Educate it to go into the, so bend it in, bend them all in.
When you bend them in, do you go like opposite to opposite, or?
Well, I just bent whatever I could get to go in, because some of them just refuse to go one way. But if I take like this one doesn't want to go in here, so I'm going to take it out and start again. Right now, you're going to go in here, matey. So,
Yeah.
and then that needs a sliver taken off the edge.
Perfect.
Once you got it to this stage, what you can do if you're clever and you've got one of those hole punches which puts in little brass rings, you can now's the time to do it, so that you can tie it up. But all I'm going to do is just slip it into a pocket. So closure is not going to be the most important thing on my list. Now, I decide what biblical verse if you're going to use, or what if you want to use a verse. What I've done here, I've gone round, let's do it a bit clearer, with my patchwork plastic, which is walked off the face of the earth. There it is. I'm going to now go round with a dark pen in the middle, Sharpie.
Let's see.
And I'm going to put my verse around the top here. And here, I'm going to stick in some of my bees.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But because the first verse, or what I want, is be strong, I'm just going to put a bee in the middle, and I'm going to stamp a bee. So there's my bee. I colour that. So I'm going to put be strong. But because I don't want to mess this one up particularly, I'm going to do it in pencil to start with, then go over it. So I will put the word be strong just to start with. All the way. And courageous. So I will put this one B here. I've put it with fabric tack later. I'm just going to put it with a bit of glue stick to start with. Just so you got, and then over this here, I'm going to continue my my scripture.
Right, got it.
So I'm going to write do not. Now I'm going to put another B in, and I'm going to use was it you, Trixie, that gave me this bee napkin? Someone gave me a bee napkin.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was. I got.
And we all know how to get the best way to get your figure off of here. Paintbrush. Well, that's the end of my coffee. I use my coffee. I thought we put water in. There we are. And then go round and then just gently, very gently prise it apart. I've used the be as a word, so it's do not be afraid. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Love this.
I've got that. Do not be discouraged. So I've put another do not. And now I'm going to put a B in here. I'll stick this one in there because it's handy. B, and then I shall write the word discouraged. Very good. I should go down neater. Okay.
I need to write the verse out first.
And this one, I'm just going to do a stamp. I put a stamp in there.
Yeah.
A bit of So this is from Joshua 1 to 9, the one I'm doing now. Okay, so it's better to glue the napkin rather than the actual piece of card, because you could overshoot and then you close it, it'll stick it together. Will be. I put will be here. Will and a big B. Which big B should I use now? That's big enough. Will be with you wherever you go. So I shall put that on the back here. And in the middle, I'm going to put where it comes from. 1 to 9. And then you fold it all the way up, so be with you wherever I go. 1, 2. Remembering to fold it up in the order. Right, so let's go. Be with you wherever you go. Where's that one?
Do you
Sorry?
cover both sides?
I do. Look,
Yeah.
you see, I've covered this one. I've done,
Yeah.
and I've done writing on some and writing on the others. Yeah, these, that's the back, that's the front, and that's the back. So that's the cover. So my cover's there. I haven't done anything on my cover, and I haven't done anything on my back yet. So they're to be done. I probably will cover them with some of this wrapping paper because it's quite strong, and it's got beads on. Time next week, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
And I'll
Thank
finish
you.
what else to do. And Janice,
Okay,
I'll get
thanks,
that
Heather.
I can.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Ta-da.
Take care. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.